Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing can you guys see that clump of hair that I just pulled out of my arm? But anyway, like I was saying, today we are going to be talking books that ... Now, what I mean by that these are going to be the prompts, okay? So, there is a book that reminds you of true love, a book that gives you comfort, a book that won't leave your mind, a book that is from your favorite author, a book that makes you sad, a book that makes you happy, a book you read last year, and a book that you want to read this year. Now, let's talk a book that reminds me of true love. Now, Say You Swear by Meagan Brandy. You guys, this book is so good. This book is so good. Our main character, Ariana, she is about to go to college and she is wondering what that's going to look like for her and for her love life. And she is in love with her brother's best friend. So there's that. If you like the brother's best friend trope. But when she gets to college, she meets another guy, Noah. 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 Noah Riley. Guys, this book is so good. I really recommend you guys read this one. If any of these books on this list, this one, okay? This one. Now, for our second prompt, a book that gives you comfort. Now, whenever I think of comfort, I think of comfort meal, I think of comfort movie, I think of things that whenever I'm having a bad day or a bad time, that these will make me feel nostalgic in a way and make me feel like responsibilities aren't really there. Harry Potter. Whenever I am having a bad time, the Harry Potter series always gets brought out because it really does just bring back some nostalgia for me. Makes me feel like the world's not so scary. It makes me feel like my biggest fear is getting a scraped knee and, you know, not adulthood. So, yeah, this book gives me a lot of comfort because of the nostalgia aspect of it. So, Harry Potter. If you know, you know. I mean, you guys, 10 out of 10. Now, a book that won't leave my mind. This could be because I just finished it, or it could be the fact that it was literally the best book that I've read this year. The Nightingale by Kristin Hannah. You guys, when I tell you that this book absolutely just rewired my brain entirely, I mean that in all seriousness. I was blown away by this book. There was not a single moment in this entire book that I was expecting what was going to happen. This book took me by storm. This book ruined me, as I had expected. The Nightingale by Kristin Hannah. I could cry thinking about it right now. We're gonna go next because I probably will cry if I think about that book for too long. Okay, next. A book from my favorite author. This is Funny Story by Emily Henry. Now, the book that made me fall in love with Emily Henry was Happy Place. I loved that book, but Funny Story, you guys, it was funny. I had cackled, I was rolling around, I was kicking my feet. I loved every second of this book. Basically, our main female character, her name is Daphne. Yeah, Daphne. She is... This one's really hard to explain. Okay, so Daphne was broken up with by her fiance. And, well, so was Miles. Miles was also broken up with, and now their exes are now dating each other, and Daphne and Miles are now living together because they didn't have a place to go because they had just been broken up with. And, well, now they're going to grieve together of the life that they thought that they could have. And this book was so fantastic. I loved this. I want to reread this already, just thinking about it again. I want to reread this book. It was so good. Next. A book that makes me sad. And now this doesn't make me sad because of like the story being sad. It makes me sad for myself because I saw myself in our main female character, and I hated that for myself and for every single female who has gone through that. Tell Me Lies by Carola Lovering. I don't know how to say her name. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This book, I cannot tell you the amount of times that I threw this book across the room. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I closed this book and cried. I cannot tell you the amount of times where I texted my friends and I was like, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. Because this book, I feel like a lot of girls who go to college are like, oh, I wonder what dating life is going to be like. Sometimes it's like this and it's not great, okay? And what I have to say about this book is if your friends look at you and say, hey, I'm noticing some changes and I'm not liking them. I don't really like this guy that you're with. He's not giving me good feelings. Like whenever they are begging you to listen to them, maybe take a second and listen to them because you do not want to be Lucy Albright in this book, okay? Okay? So if you are a young girl and you are about to go to college next year, listen to your friends, okay? Because they are the most important people in your life in college. It's not the boys that you meet. It's your friends, okay? So pay attention to them, listen to them, and understand that they're coming from love. They're not coming at you. They're coming for you, okay? They're not coming at you. They're coming for you, okay? This book makes me so sad, but it makes me sad because I feel like an idiot. Now, on the complete opposite side of that spectrum, a book that makes me happy. Now, I read this right after football season ended because I was missing Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Lucky Charm by Anne-Marie Meyer. I saw this book on TikTok and I fell in love with basically the little blurb that was put on TikTok. Like, you know how on TikTok how they'll put like a couple of like quotes from the book? It got me. It got me. Okay. So our main female character, what was her name? Emerson. So, our main female character, her name is Emerson. She is a music artist based in Nashville. Who does that sound like? Our queen? Taylor Swift, maybe? But anyway, so the main male character is a football player. His name is Stone, and it plays for the same team in high school that her brother plays for. But at the end of the season, someone gets a scholarship for a college and someone does not. Someone gets put into the NFL, someone does not. So there is a bit of animosity between brother's old best friend and brother's family. So Emerson and Stone have not talked since this whole thing happened with her brother and him. And so she is going on tour and she keeps getting these little charms from a random fan. I'll leave you alone. Read this book. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Oh, a book that I read last year. I've talked about this book a little bit on this channel before, but we're going to like really dive into it here. A book that I read last year, The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. Please, 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 please give this book a try. It is an apartment, or like a little house basically, where if you are there, you can slip 7 years into the past. Okay? But if someone is living there, it just looks like someone random has shown up in your house. Now, this book was fantastic. It is set in 2 different times because, well, it was a 7-year slip, so it was set 7 years prior and in the present. So this book was fantastic. I loved it. It was, I mean, look at all these tabs, you guys. Can you even see them? Nope. Why is this happening? But yeah, there are a lot of tabs in this book, okay, because I loved it so much. A book that I want to read this year. And I know the second I pick this up, some people are going to be like, why haven't you read that yet? I try to wait until the hype is down because I don't like going onto social media and being spoiled. Okay? Lightlark. I know, but it is a book that I want to read this year. I heard that it's like the Hunger Games, but like magical fantasy, kind of like, I heard that it was like Caraval and like Hunger Games combined. I thought that was really interesting. I want to give this one a try this year. Really, really, really bad. Really bad. But also, I love how like now why? There we go. Much better. Sort of. But I love that like the ends of the pages have, it makes the book look so cool. Anyway, random. That's a little better. But yes, Lightlark. I want to read this book this year. Now, that. Now, these are all of the books that I just spoke about. And they're fantastic. Okay? Every single one of these books I will recommend until the day that I die. Is there a fuzzy? Haha. I will recommend these books until the day that I die. So, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment downstairs. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.